gets a warrant from a judge to seize your cell phone records. There's nothing you can do about that.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 to noon. Catch it live on YouTube or tune in to 1017 The Truth.
I'm Angela Bassett. As a first responder on screen, I know what it means to act fast in an emergency. In real life, the same urgency can save lives, especially when it comes to a food allergy. For 33 million Americans, one bite can turn an ordinary meal into a life-threatening reaction. And too often, they don't have the one thing that could save them: epinephrine. But emergencies don't wait. And when a severe reaction happens, being prepared makes all the difference. Now, there's a needle-free option, a new way to carry epinephrine that makes it easier than ever to be ready. No needles, no hesitation, because when the unexpected happens, the best thing you can do is be ready. Know the risk, know the options. Be ready to act. Learn more at foodallergy.org/ready to act.
Listen to the home of the 5K Gruber Cash Giveaway. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. The place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out of our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we stay in our cell. We get fed in our cell. We don't come out of our cell at all, and that's pretty much the biggest problem. And they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother Black Power to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Big up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering,
Awesome.
where's Tory? Like,
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cup. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah.
Yeah, Milwaukee, stand up. Yeah, it's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. And I'm here for the action.
And nothing but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How everybody doing out there in radio land? How everybody doing in the chat? We got another powerful conversation for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Hey, who we got in the chat? I see you, Willie. Willie in the chat. Kawanda. Not really a city girl. Josh, Jeff. Tracy in the chat. James. I see James Griffin in the chat. Cyber King Mike in the chat. Salute to everybody joining the show today. We got a lot to unpack. I'm going to tell you this. I want to start out with this because the Epstein files, Trump signed the release for the Epstein files. So I guess it's going to be on the DOJ website. I guess the files are going to be on the DOJ website. I'm going to tell you right now, if whoever's harming any innocent life got to go in the trash. I don't care who it is. And we going to see. See, this is where we going to see who going to overlook what I'm talking about. Not the marketing, pointing the fingers. I'm talking about folks that have really done this stuff. If that's in there, folks that have really messed with the babies, we gonna see who really bought it out. I can't wait. I mean, I hope it's juicy. I hope it got real evidence where we can say this person need to go to jail. I don't care if it's Obama, Clinton, Donald J. Trump. I don't care who it is. This is where we gonna see who the bots is. If there's something incriminating on these files, I might just go live from Washington, D.C. asking for heads on the table. Pow! Because this is what I do. You know, I was just looking for a missing girl the other day. We don't play around with innocent life. And this is why I've been telling people to draw the line in the sand. At some point, we're going to have to draw the line in the sand when it comes to innocent life being harmed, people creating victims. We're going to have to say, finally, we're going to have to say, hey, look, this is something that we can't play politics with. This is something that we can't play patty cake with. We can't be up there clapping and playing patty cake. Somebody got to go down. Somebody got to pay the price. And when you can't separate your fandomship and love for celebrities from hurt, harm coming to innocent life, you the problem. You the bot. Something is mentally wrong with you. And this is where I truly hope that anybody in these files that they can prove that have hurt a young woman or a young boy or took money or did anything dealing with this situation, they got to go to jail. Now, I need to see handcuffs. I need to see people in handcuffs. I'm tired of people talking and ain't nobody going downtown. Ain't nobody going to the district. But y'all want to go and tongue wrestle back and forth for who did what. You're going to look in the mirror one day and realize you trash too. Because we have let it get so far away from the people that these people feel like they could do anything and everything they big and bad enough to do. We getting overtaxed, ain't nobody saying nothing about it. We don't know what these people really do for us, and they supposed to be public servants. Other than seeing them on the press conference, you never hardly see them on the block. Coming to real instances of people being affected in a negative way, unless it's their buddy, unless it's somebody they know, or somebody they know was affected and they called them to come out. This should be a regroup, rethink, and reshape moment for America. Because they threw all this Epstein stuff in people's faces. When they had all the files the whole time, the files has been there. They playing with the minds of Americans. These files been there the whole time. They pinched off the files. Nobody went to jail. Now they saying they finna release it. House, Senate, Trump signed it. It's coming on the DOJ website. I want to see the energy for anybody that's on these emails or incriminating evidence. I can't wait to see the mug shots if it's going to be so. A lot of people believe they was playing WWE when it came to Epstein. It was, they was pointing, it was all acting. Democrats will say this person was on the Epstein list. Republicans will say this person on the Epstein list. And they all went to the black and white party and went to the roast that they go to. They be at the roast, roasting each other. At the roast, those public roasts. They all hanging out, laughing. Buddies. I seen a roast with Trump, Chuck Schumer, and like a bunch of other people just standing in the room, and you know how they do them public roasts. They just up there laughing at each other. WWE. That's what I say. It's scripted. It's a storyline. It's marketing. It's PR. But ain't nobody went to prison. That's all I'm saying. It's that simple. If somebody affected and harmed somebody that they weren't supposed to do, put them in jail. That's it. Ain't no arguing about it. Ain't no discussion about it. Ain't no thoughts about it. Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to get into the show, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
And that's Tory Lowe bringing you all the action and all the smoke. On Saturday night, the Milwaukee Panthers continue their road trip as they head to Kansas to take on the Wichita State Shockers.
Right elbow, Hubbard at the top, 5 on the shot clock, 1-on-1 with Petty. High on the left with 2, driving, baseline, 16-footer is pure at the shot clock buzzer. Oh, Seth Hubbard.
Scott Warris has the coverage Saturday starting at 5:30 on 101.7 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 6 o'clock.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
At Heart of Canal Street, for over 30 years, our hearts have been set on making a difference for children in our community. Now through December 10th, we invite you to share your heart by playing the Canal Street Bingo game at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Every time you play this special bingo game, you're helping to raise funds for children's charities in southeastern Wisconsin. Learn more at potawatomi.com/heart.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Seven The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Before we get into this next story, I want to talk about bullying, because the video of the mother and the children that were beat up by, young children, the discussion moves into what do we do as a community now that we're all together on this? I mean, what do we do with the energy? How do we move forward knowing and seeing that this is the type of behavior that is out here in these schools? And I got a call from a school to come January 8th to talk about bullying right here in the city of Milwaukee. And I'm scheduled to speak to the school January 8th. And when I saw this video, because they asked me before I saw the video from the woman and the children from Chicago. So there is an issue that we call bullying, and it didn't get a lot of attention this year. Like, there was not a lot of talk on bullying. I think it was a lot of talk about mental health. But I think that we need to revisit the ideal of bullying in schools, because now the children, they'll take a swipe at the parent. The bullying got so bad that usually when the mom and the dad come around, everybody kind of calm down. Like, we gonna get you soon as your mama leave. Like, it used to be rules to people trying to kind of either attack or engage with people. But if they saw the adults, well, I know at least when I was a kid, when the adults came around, we calmed down. We waited. We respected the parents. But now, that's not the case. And the parents ready to fight too. Like, I seen a video where the mother confronted a bully of her child, and she put herself at risk to go to prison. What are we gonna do with this? What are we about to do with this? We got to make sure that we don't get too far away from this situation, because now, if you're a parent and your kid is getting bullied and you're right there with them, you might get some of that smoke too, depending on if they in high school. If they a big enough kid, they may try to take you on too. And then you gonna strike back and put yourself at risk to go to prison, because even though you're caught up in the emotion of that's your child, you're still an adult hitting a baby. And that's a trap to me. That's a trap, because I seen a video with a mother confronting the child's bully. She got to swinging. Even though she can say, hey, this person was bullying my child, they're going to say, why didn't you go through the proper steps to talk to the adults, talk to the family, especially when you're adult and it's the kid 13, 14. You can't put your hands on the child. It's a felony. So now you done messed your life up because something happened against your child, and rightfully so, you're upset. You can't put your hands on them babies. And I see it all the time. People get mad, go up to the school, try to fight the teacher. I think a principal told me that a parent hit her in the face. Yeah, told me that the parent hit her in the face because she came up to the school with the high blood pressure because of what was going on with her kid. And sometimes when women, you can't tell no woman, like when you messing with their child. Have you ever seen a bird fly around the nest and it was she thought you was threatening them eggs?
Mama bear?
Mama bear, you messing with the cubs, is she gonna fly off the handle a little bit. That's like a natural instinct to protect. But it's also a trap. It's also a setup when you're a human being and you going up to schools. I have mothers that wasn't even allowed on the school campus because they went up to the school ready to tear the school down. And I laughed, and well, I didn't laugh, but I just kind of it took me back. I stepped back for a minute and I say, okay, so how your child going to the school now and you ain't even allowed on the campus? Because you felt like you had to go up there and turn up. Couldn't even go near the school because she went up there ready for the Rumble Royal, ready to go, throw somebody to the ropes or something, ready to jump off the top rope with the elbow on somebody. We got to bring the discussion back. Thomas in the chat says, most of our kids' heroes are bullies and trash talkers with violent tendencies. Guess what? The parents have the same heroes. This is a real discussion that we need to have why the energy is in this pocket. Why the energy is here, what are we going to do? What are we going to do about it? What you say, Andrew?
Do you think that that's true, that most adults like heroes are trash talkers and bulliers?
I'll say this. When I was coming up, I'll say this. When I was coming up, my grandfather, he used to like the old blues. I didn't like his music because it was from his era. And then my grandmother used to like the Mississippi Mass Choir. She would listen to all these old gospel choirs and stuff like that. I didn't like that music. And I was listening to hip hop, KRS-One. Curtis Blow. Like we was listening to a lot of the New York hip hop, and then NWA started coming through, but we didn't listen to the same thing. Now, everybody's favorite artist is everybody's favorite artist. Everybody like Beyonce. Yeah, the mother, the child, and the grandma. They all like Beyonce. Put a ring on it. Single ladies, all my single ladies. Everybody doing that. Like, so to say that that's not impossible to happen, it is possible. I mean, we all liked Martin Luther King because they said that, he was fighting for civil rights. We liked it, Malcolm X. We liked it, the revolutionaries. Everybody was with the revolutionary, because they felt that these people were standing in the gap. But nowadays, the mama, the grandmama, everybody watching baddies. It's all conjoined. So yeah, it's possible that everybody could have the same heroes nowadays. And I wouldn't even call them heroes. I call them negative influences. People that are popular, but if you look at what they're delivering to the public, it's negative vibrations, negative frequencies, and they throwing water in people's face. They having divorce parties. They're influencing the culture. So from this fake television life that's produced to real life. Josh says, I think some of these parents are on autopilot, living in survival. They just living to get by and pass it down to the kids in most cases. We got to analyze how the youth, we got to revisit the youth and see what they're dealing with, because we got to upgrade. We got to upgrade our strategies, because bullying, peer pressure, influence is 24 hours, because it have moved from the television, the programming have moved from the television to the phone. So now you don't have to, when I was coming up, you had to wait till 7 o'clock on Thursdays to see the Cosby Show. Like you saw it was on once a week, you saw it, and then you had to wait. Now, you ain't got to wait for nothing. It's right there. It's in your face. The programming, the television shows, the negativity, the positive, anything you can think of is at your fingertips. And if you tapped into negative behavior, that's all you're going to watch. That's all that's going to be in your algorithm. And I was trying to say at the Truth Summit, you got to watch your algorithm, because what you throw out is what you're going to attract. What you click on all day is what is going to be shown to you the most. Andrew, you got...
So my question is, you're talking to the school in January.
Right.
If you were to talk to the Chicago students today, what would you tell them?
I would organize the energy. I would definitely organize the energy. It's nothing you can talk about. Now you got to organize action, and I'm good at organizing action. There's no words that you're going to say, because when they leave that, everybody want to get this powerful speech. But when they leave that speech, they got to go back into their environment. And if they got to get back in survival mode, yeah, you said something positive for that moment and everybody felt that way, but then they got to return to a neighborhood or return to a house that is not organized. But now it's time to see this as a moment to organize, to install principle, strategy, and results. Well, once again, I'll say this. If we don't take time to revisit the youth, and when I say revisit, I'm talking about look at their conditions in totality. Look at what all they have to deal with as far as being at home, being at school, friends, what they watching on TV, how they're, the friends that they're choosing. We got to start paying attention to that now. We got to hit a reset button. That's all I can say. We got to hit the reset button and make sure that we understand today's times and today's challenges of dealing with the youth. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Ready to move? Find your next home with Odom Investments and Property Management. Beautiful rentals, great locations, and professional service. All the way Odom Way. Call 855-ODOM-WAY. That's 855-ODOM-WAY. Or 855-636-6929. Your home is waiting.
Today's College Month Spotlight on the award-winning 1017 The Truth is brought to you by Marquette University, and I am so excited to be joined by sophomore at Marquette, Kennedy Luckett, who is the first Wade Scholarship Award recipient, and she received that award live on the Today Show. Kennedy, thanks for joining us here today. How you doing?
I'm doing really good.
That is fantastic. Let's get right into it. Why did you choose to become a Marquette Golden Eagle?
I chose to be a Golden Eagle because even when I was applying, the emails they sent me seemed very personable. They really wanted me there. They were even letting me know about scholarship opportunities. They were letting me know about honors programs, so they let me know about honors and stuff like that. It just seemed like they really wanted me to be there, and they really wanted to inform me about all they had to offer. And that is very important to me because I didn't want to go to a super large school. I wanted to be able to connect with my professors, which I've had the opportunity to do. I didn't want to seem too drowned out by everybody else. I wanted to really get the connection connections that I could be able to use. And Marquette definitely showed me they wanted me there and that they could do that.
That is fantastic. I know Marquette goes the extra mile to make sure students understand what that Marquette experience is going to be. But what has been your favorite part about being a student at Marquette so far?
My favorite part has been how walkable the campus is. It's super beautiful. I love just walking and going on walks, and I feel like safe in the campus. You can't just like go walking everywhere, you know? So being able to just do that on my campus is really nice. And then also like the different connections I get to make, like even being able to get a Wade scholarship and meeting Dwayne Wade, I was like, whoa, that's super cool.
That is so cool that you had that experience to meet the Dwayne Wade, but also enjoying your experience on campus at Marquette University. Thank you so much, Kennedy, for joining us here today.
Thank you.
And this has been your College Scholarship Month Spotlight with Marquette University right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
This Associated Bank Sports Center update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. The Milwaukee Bucks are in action tonight, taking on the Philadelphia 76ers, who are coming off 3 straight losses. The Bucks will be without Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is out with a groin injury. Head coach Doc Rivers on the offense without Giannis.
You know, Giannis is the guy that creates a lot of our offense, and he's definitely the guy that gets to the paint the most. He's passing at a career high right now. So, you know, I've always said it's easier to replace points than passing.
Tip-off tonight is at 7 p.m. And on Thursday Night Football, the 7-3 Buffalo Bills travel to Houston to take on the 5-5 Houston Texans. Kickoff is at 7:15 on Amazon Prime. This True Sports Update was brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Seven The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. I'll say this. I can't wait till these files hit the DOJ website, because I'm tired of this going back and forth with this Epstein. We need to call the military in. We need to get people. They call the military on everybody else. We need to get somebody paying the price for this, if this is what the case is.
So when these files come out, what do you want to do on the show?
When the files come out, I need to line up names and victims. I need to associate the name with a solid victim. Because if they got records, they had to, match the name with somebody. And we got to read that. This is what I'm looking forward to. I mean, all this, somebody was riding in the car, somebody was flying in the plane. Okay, I need to, in these documents that they got names matching victims, it's a problem. I seen so much stuff in the last couple of days, I don't even talk about it because it's all satire. I would bring a lot of that on the show, but I don't do that. I don't want to do that. I'm talking about Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, Trump, Jay-Z and Beyonce came up. I mean, flight logs. And now with AI, you can't tell what's true or not. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's a lot of it. Because I click on the Epstein stuff. So my algorithm is showing me whatever that got to do with Epstein. It doesn't even matter. It's just what it is. This is my algorithm. I'm trying to see what the information is. Next thing you know, I'm looking up, and I don't, even if I don't like the person and I don't agree with what they're talking about, I still won't bring satire into the conversation, because that's not right. That is not right. And I'll never do that. So, like I said, but I do see everything. I just don't bring it to the show. But so trust me when I say it's political ping pong going on. And we got to get more toward who made victims. them donkeys and elephants, you can't trust them. Yeah, everybody's suspect right now. The dozen, ooh. Everybody's suspect right now. Everybody is suspect. And I think that I can't even, you can't have people around your kids right now. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Hide grandmama. Hey, from what that CNA did, it was a video of the CNA that was messing around with the elderly man that got arrested right here in Milwaukee. You can't even go into your latter years in peace this year. This year has been eye-opening because I've seen the elders scream out because they're uncomfortable. They got situations with the youth that they don't know what to do with. And then the regular people getting taxed to the max. Like, this year was crazy. This show, what we had to talk about on this show was really eye-opening. And I think that we're so used to having so much stress on our lives that when we hear situations, we're numb now. We kind of like, okay, like, and we keep it moving. Like, we don't react the way we need to react. We don't respond because we feel like there's nothing we can do. But really, it is something you can do. Really, it is. It's just overwhelming, but it really is something that we can do. And that's become a resource for each other. Now, that sounds too much like right, because a lot of people be like, it can't be that simple. It is just that simple. When you become a resource for others, which meaning that you're kind of linking people to resources, all these nonprofits out here, all of these programs that they're getting off the tax dollars, all you have to do is be resourceful. Understand what I'm saying? But if these Epstein files come out, I'm going to reset for a second. If these Epstein files come out, like I said at the top of the show, I'm going to see who the real bots is. If I was out here and a girl told me that she had been assaulted by the president of the United States, I would try to put him in jail. I would go so hard. I'd be on one of those movies where I'll be trying to get to the White House and the little Secret Service be trying to get me. I'll be like Will Smith. I'm gonna demand $20 million for the story, because I'm gonna go there hard to try to make it happen. Because we don't play that. We don't play that extra. A lot of y'all play around with extra. A lot of y'all turn your head when things happen because it's your buddy. But that era, it has to end, because now so many people have turned their heads that the people in the totality are vulnerable now. We all are vulnerable. I'm talking about going to the store. We had stories, people going to the store, getting into fights, people acting impulsively. I had to spend half of the year telling people, you got to start learning how to say God bless you and keep it moving and stop trying to fight people and argue with people. I had to spend the whole year trying to explain that you cannot have a simple conversation anymore without somebody wanting to take it to physical. If they don't agree with you, now they want to do something to you. This ain't even worth it no more. I think that now, with the climate right now, you got to be careful even what you say to your family members and your friends.
Thanksgiving coming up.
I told you. Somebody said something in the chat the other day about, I think it was Chris Giles or something like that. He said that, and I didn't get to it, but he said, hey, they still your family members at the end of the day. Okay. But you got to know when to say, hey, family member, you not invited because you start too much stuff. And we love you, but you're going to have to sit this one out. And I don't care how you feel about it. Oh, no. I'm going to come anyway. Or I'm going to call the police on you. You going to jail because you're not welcome. Like, and when you learn how to behave, we got to turn that mentality around. We got to stop this extra because it's leaving us as citizens, residents, and people vulnerable. That's all I'm saying. Like, y'all got to tighten up. We all got to tighten up. Even your closest friend will, get on your nerves sometimes. But you got to even tell that closest friend, hey, friend, I ain't talking to you today because I ain't trying to get into it with you today. I'm not trying to have that vibration on my life. I'm trying to practice positive energy. And they got to respect that. I got a saying, ignore ignorance. You got to ignore ignorance. Because if you feed the ignorance, it grows. If you ignore ignorance, it just dissipates. Because you're not feeding it. You're not engaging with it. Ignorance needs you to participate. That's what it is. Ignorance needs your attention. And that's why you see a bunch of goofy stuff online, because the goofy stuff is getting your attention and you feeding it. That's why it's going viral. That's why the kids think it's popular, because you're watching it.
You can do a trial run too, Don't invite the uncle that causes problems for Thanksgiving and then see what they feel like at Christmas.
Right. You can always give them 60 days, to get their act together, like at the job. You got to have a reevaluation. You got to be able to operate just like they do at work. If you can go to work and have an operation and evaluation, but you come home and you ain't got no rules and no regulations, but you going to the hospital and following the rules, you going to other events and you following the rules with the other events, you out there doing all of this, standing in line, going through the proper channels, but then when you get home, it's chaotic. You don't know what to do. You a bot. You can fall in line with other people's rules and restrictions, but you ain't got none. You got to put the rules and restrictions on your life. I always tell people, you don't talk to your boss like that at work. Why are you talking to me like that? I'm not your boss. You're supposed to love me. What's more important? You're supposed to be my friend. Your boss tell you to pick up the piece of paper on the ground, you're going to pick it up. But I tell you, pick up a piece of paper, you got an attitude with me. And it's your paper. You dropped it. See, this is what we got to go through. But we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it, Truth Nation. But I want to talk about this story. This is a story of a Democrat that they said took $5 million. She's under the hot seat. And I tell you, people take money all the time. Many times I think that politicians use the taxpayers' dollars as a slush fund. Because how you make your net worth is more, you got more money in your net worth than the check that come in every week. If you only get like 100,000 something a year, why is your net worth $5 million? Somebody greasing the pockets. Yeah, they getting the inside scoop on the investment, like Nancy Pelosi. Inside trader information. But that's illegal. Martha Stewart went to jail for that. But we got some video on this situation. If you're watching as we broadcast live, let's listen.
Welcome back, everyone, here to Live Now from Fox. We continue to bring you some of the day's biggest top stories and headlines. We do have some breaking news that we want to bring to you regarding a member of Congress. We are learning from South Florida tonight. U.S. Rep. Sheila Sherfless McCormick of Florida has been indicted on charges accusing her of stealing $5 million in federal disaster funds and using some of the money to aid her 2021 campaign, the Justice Department said today. The Democrat is accused of stealing a Federal Emergency Management Agency overpayments that her family healthcare company and received through a federally funded COVID-19 vaccination staffing contract, federal prosecutors said. A portion of the money was then funneled to support her campaign through candidate contributions, prosecutors allege. Using disaster relief funds for self-enrichment is a particularly selfish, cynical crime, the Attorney General Pam Bondi said in a statement. No one is above the law. least of all powerful people who rob taxpayers for personal gain. We will follow through the facts in this case.
I'm going to tell you this. We should have an audit on all of these systems. Because if you dig hard enough where there's millions of dollars, there's some money's going the wrong way. And this is the time where we have to make sure that our dollars are being spent on the proper resources, and we're contributing outside of paying our dollars. Outside of tax money, how many of us give to things that we feel like we believe in? Outside of being taxed. Okay. So this is a problem. This is a problem, but if a lot of y'all don't try to understand where the paper trail, where the money trail is going, because you're going to find out it's everybody over there. Everybody got their hands in the pot. Everybody except you. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
You are listening to the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after. An in-depth recap of every Bucks game. In 6 minutes. No more? No less. Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus audio network. If you missed any of the game or just want to relive the biggest moments, Bucks in 6 provides game recaps every morning after. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis or the deep threes from Miles Turner. And catch the comments post-game about what happened on the court. Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus audio network. Find it now on Bucks.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Talk to these people in terms of how do I register for this program despite my reservations and my previous experiences of rejection?
Yes, I tell anybody and everybody that you can buy a house. It may take somebody longer than the other person depending on what your circumstances is with your credit and income and affordability, but you can purchase a house. The first step would be is to register for our program. You can come to our office, 7830 West Burleigh Street, or you can give us a call at 414-461-6330, or just go onto our website, hri-wi.org. Register for the First Time Home Buyer Education Workshop. That's going to be your first step to home ownership. During that class, you're going to learn everything that you need to know from A to Z, how to get approved for a house, how to look for a house and put an accepted offer, and how to close on a home.
What is a DJ? Do we just play music? Maybe some are that simple. For me, I create memories that last a lifetime. I'm always thinking about how songs connect. I read the room. Every event is an open canvas, a new world. So what's a DJ when you hire me? I'm a vibe architect, a curator of euphoria, a guaranteed good time.
I know you want me. Every day, not only when you're lonely.
Whether you have a wedding, festival, corporate event, or any other special occasion, get your free consultation with DJ Remaniac today.
Trailblazer!
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. I guess this is the Pop Culture Report segment. But I want to talk about this because I saw this story. And it was right here in the state of Wisconsin. Children's Wisconsin is off the hook after mistakenly throwing out a donated brain. Somebody donated a brain, and they saying that they mistakenly threw the brain out. This happened around this judgment that was made to dismiss the lawsuit filed by the parents was made November 17th, this past Monday, that they dismissed the case because the parents was upset. Their daughter needed a brain. We got video if you're watching this, we broadcast live. Let's listen.
Ashton Fellens was just 3 years old. She underwent groundbreaking gene therapy that helped her survive a deadly childhood disease into her 20s.
Yes. That seems like a success. It is a success.
When she died, her parents agreed to donate her brain for scientific research.
It was a big part of her legacy.
Last December, Children's Wisconsin performed the autopsy, preserving Ashton's brain in hemispheres. But somewhere along the way, they accidentally threw half of her brain away.
It was literally like losing Ashton all over again.
Dr. Paola Leone says it was the most important half for research.
It's irreplaceable. Irreplaceable.
In May, the family sued the hospital.
A major mistake was made by Children's Hospital.
On Monday, an attorney for Children's asked a judge to throw the case out, too.
It's our position that there is no viable claim.
According to the hospital, the family relinquished all rights to the tissue the moment it was removed from their daughter's body, a removal they agreed to.
Would you have given that consent if you knew they were just going to go throw it away?
Not at all. I would have taken more time with my daughter when she passed.
Attorney James Gendy says the hospital breached its duty to the family.
But the consent was specifically for a purpose, not for it to be routinely discarded.
Judge Tim Wikowiak expressed sympathy.
It's one of the saddest things I've seen.
But ultimately ruled that organ donors retain no rights to donated tissue.
Once an organ donor gives a heart or whatever may happen, they don't have control necessarily over who that goes to.
Gendy says the ruling could send a chilling message to other potential donors.
And if family members understand that their donation can be routinely discarded, why would they forfeit those last moments with their loved ones?
Gut-wrenching.
Still, Ashton's parents say they plan to keep fighting for her legacy.
This is a rough road, but I'm not willing to give up yet.
Well, this is a good story right before we go into the second hour because we got Ann in from Versity, and she'll be talking about donating and things like that when it comes to organs. And when we talk about donating, and this family felt that, okay, they put their child's brain up in a contract, and many times when things don't work out or they threw it away or they discarded the brain, they felt disrespected. So they filed a lawsuit that got dismissed. But we're going to have an amazing conversation coming up about donating organs and things like that, and the fears and some of the things that are positive and negative. And salute to Ann for coming in. She'll be in at 2 p.m. But I'll say this, when they told me to put the donation on my license, I was skeptical because what if they could save me? I keep thinking, like, do they go for the organs or do they, do they try to keep me alive? Or that was the question. That's the question that I had. Maybe Ann is in the studio right now. When she come in at 2 p.m., we'll discuss a lot of the fears and a lot of the positive things that can happen from donation. Because a lot of people have came to me over the years to say that they needed a kidney, and they needed a kidney transplant. And I had put on my social media, on my Facebook, for many people who said that they needed a kidney, that they needed a match. And I tried to help them through, saying, hey, this person needs a kidney. And so I've gotten involved in trying to see if I can help certain situations. But then you got the Kaninka Jenkins situation where she died in the hotel, in the Rosemount Hotel, went all over the country about organs. You know, the fear that somebody may be out here taking organs, missing girls, you know, what's going on with that, you know, and mentioning missing people in organs and things like that. So I wanted to make sure that we have a great conversation about donating organs and things like that right here on the Tory Lowe Show, because there's so many people that have so many thoughts on this type of situation. And I just can't wait to have that conversation at the top of the hour. Also, I wanted to make sure that we touched on, before we go to the top of the hour, there is a situation that is going to be happening with the Carmen schools that came in, the Carmen Charter School. I think that's tonight. That's tonight at 5:30. So if y'all listening to the Tory Lowe Show tonight at 5:30, the Carmen Charter School, Christian Charter School situation is going on tonight at 5:30 at Central Office. We got to make sure that we are present. They are in danger of losing their renewal for their charter. And I think let's put do we still have the link to the petition? Let's put the petition in the chat. And if you want to fill out, if you can't make it tonight, fill out the petition to show your support for Carmen Charter School. I think tonight is the meeting at the central office. Yeah, I got it in the chat. Those that are in the chat, if you watching us, we broadcast live, get in the chat. Carmen Northwest Charter School of Science and Technology, they have a situation that's going on where they may lose the charter, or you lose money and not renew for the next 3 years. What's going on, Andrew?
I was going to just say the interview that we did earlier this week is in our YouTube channel as well. Okay,
it's on our YouTube channel. The interview with Carmen Schools is on our YouTube if you want to see or hear more information. Yeah, the full board will vote on November 20th. That's today at 5:30 at Central Office. So if y'all can make it out, that's fine. If not, we got the link in the chat. Hey, look, when we come back, we got guests, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
It's College Month on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, and we want to help your young scholar get those free scholarship dollars. All month long, we'll be highlighting local organizations who help students find thousands of dollars in scholarships each year. So be sure to tune in to 101.7 The Truth's College Month so you can learn how your scholar can get those scholarship dollars. College Month on The Truth is sponsored by Marquette University and Educators Credit Union. Need a way to hype up your day?
This is Lorenzo.
Lorenzo, you just won $5,000!
What would you do with $5,000?
That's sweet for a couple months.
Yes!
There you go.
Yes. That just made me happy.
Stay tuned into 101.7 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
Can we hold something?
Y'all holler back at y'all.
I'm Angela Bassett. As a first responder on screen, I know what it means to act fast in an emergency. In real life, the same urgency can save lives, especially when it comes to a food allergy. For 33 million Americans, one bite can turn an ordinary meal into a life-threatening reaction. And too often, they don't have the one thing that could save them: epinephrine. But emergencies don't wait. And when a severe reaction happens, being prepared makes all the difference. Now, there's a needle-free option, a new way to carry epinephrine that makes it easier than ever to be ready. No needles, no hesitation, because when the unexpected happens, the best thing you can do is be ready. Know the risk, know the options. Be ready to act. Learn more at foodallergy.org/ready to act.
Most elves have pointy shoes. I have 4 paws.
Ho, ho, ho! Pallet, how's my favorite helper making the season shine?
Oh, just sprinkling a little color wherever I go. You see, Santa, my person's a veteran, and some days the memories are heavy. When her skies turn gray, I help fill her heart with shades of hope, the purple of laughter, the blue of courage, and the happy hue of joy.
Sounds like you're painting the world brighter.
That's right, Santa. I'm more than her service dog. I'm her living paintbrush. With every swoosh of my tail, I add a stroke of cheer to her canvas. With every longing gaze, I brush love on the picture we're creating together. A masterpiece, wrapped in warmth and tied with a bow.
Now that's a gift you can't put under a tree.
This season, help paint the picture. Learn more at dogsinc.org.
Oh, oh, oh.
Get the truth and nothing but the truth with Sherwin Hughes every weekday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 a.m. WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 101.7 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. Costs for daycare are skyrocketing across the country, especially in Milwaukee. A new study from LendingTree finds that childcare in 85% of American cities costs more than rent. Milwaukee, Omaha, Nebraska, and Buffalo, New York have the highest cost of childcare compared to rent. The study finds daycare prices have gone up about 30% since 2020. Experts say there's a shortage of early education workers, and a lot of parents don't live near family who can help them with childcare. A Milwaukee Common Council member is weighing in on budget amendments that were vetoed by Mayor Cavalier Johnson. One of the rejected items would give extra money to Milwaukee Fire Department to replace its aging fleet. Alderman Peter Bergalis.
The fire department budget amendment is the largest budget amendment in Common Council history for $8 million. And still, that is only 2/5 of 1% of the $2 billion budget that the city has each year.
The budget now goes back to the Common Council, which should vote on Tuesday to override or sustain the vetoes. A teenager faces charges for the shooting death of 18-year-old Neymar Hicks near Asada High School. 17-year-old Jaquan Robinson is in custody on one charge of first-degree reckless homicide. Investigators say footage shows Robinson in a struggle with Hicks and another suspect at a bus stop. Robinson denies having a gun and blames the shooting on the other suspects seen on video, despite Robinson's clothes matching the person seen struggling with Hicks. Robinson's first court appearance has been scheduled for today. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 101.7 The Truth.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. Stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And we got guests. We got Annie Kroger in studio, Director of Organ and Tissue Donation.
Yeah.
In the building. We got a lot to talk about when it comes about this donating organs, you know.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Can we get her mic on? Yeah.
Is it working?
It should be on. Is it? Say.
Hello.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. Tory.
Well, I'll say this. A lot of people got different opinions about donating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I remember the first time it came into my life to donate was when I got my driver's license.
Yeah.
They always say, make sure that if you want to be a donor, put that on your driver's license.
Mm-hmm.
And I think my first round, I did it because I was like, okay, this is great, you know.
Yeah.
But then I think the second time around when I had to renew, I was like, I started seeing different stories and things like that about just people that had questions. And I need you to explain, when it comes to organ donating, if you put it on the license, if something happens, do they try to get the organs or do they try to
save your life? Right.
Right.
So that is a great question. And I think that a lot of people have that worry and that concern. And I can tell you the process, because I've been in donation for over 26 years and my background is nursing. So this is something I've been involved in for a really long time. And when you go to the DMV, which is where actually most people sign up,
right?
You can sign up online. There are other ways of signing up, but most of, like, over 90% of people sign up to donate, make their wishes known at the DMV. And if you sign up on the registry, you put that dot on your license, that will show your intent at the time if you are ever, if donation is ever considered.
Right.
One thing that's really important for everybody to understand is that donation options are not considered until all life-sustaining efforts have been exhausted. I'm from Versity. We help coordinate organ and tissue donation. We are not employed by hospitals caring for us as patients, right? And so the separation of that is very, very important. It safeguards us all. There are safeguards within the system to ensure things like what you're asking about don't happen. So if at the point where we get involved, when we're looking at the options and opportunities for donation, is really when all efforts have been exhausted and either brain death has been pronounced or the family is looking to withdraw support, end of life care. That is when we will look to assess for opportunities for organ donation. Organ donation is really unique. About 1% of the population, 1 to 2% of the population are actually eligible to donate. It's very rare because there's a certain set of circumstances. When we get involved, we will then talk to the family. We will review with the medical team the options for donation. And at that point in time is when we're having those conversations with the family, when again, all efforts have been made to save that person's life. Having done it in one of my previous roles within the organization, I have spoke with families. That has been a part of my job over the years, where I've talked to families at their absolute worst moment, right? They've lost somebody. Right. It's always unexpected, very tragic. And at the end of the day, when we're talking and giving these options about donation, my experience has been that because grief, there's no roadmap for grief, and there's no wrong way to grieve, that donation gives a lot of people comfort. And gives sometimes rewrites the end of their story. I will tell you, I am always in awe of people who can make that decision or support their loved one's decision at really probably the worst moment of their lives, because they're losing so much. And then they are asked to give, right? And that is why I consider donor families and donors the best people among us. Really, because it's
give the gift of life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so I think what's really important for people to understand is that the efforts that are from the hospital side to save someone's life have been exhausted. That is the first priority, and then donation may become an option in a few unique circumstances.
Now, there is a need for kidneys too. And I had several people come to me over the years. Maybe it's a Hail Mary to say, hey, is there anybody in the community willing to see if they can match to donate a kidney?
Yeah. I love that you use your platform for that, because I work on the donation side, but I will tell you, we are really blessed with some incredible transplant centers in our Milwaukee area, Frederick and Children's and St. Luke's, Aurora St. Luke's. are all excellent programs. And I will tell you, kidneys, 90% of the people on the wait list nationally are waiting for kidneys. So most people are waiting. So the fact that people are coming to you does not surprise me in the least, because there's such this great need for kidneys. And, there is living donation. I don't work in that area specifically, but our local centers have that option to get listed for a living donation. And sometimes it's the best match when it's your family, but it doesn't need to be. And so the transplant centers, and then we work with them as well from Versity to help get that messaging across and out in the community that, one, you should consider transplant. Like if you've been on dialysis and that's a rough road, right? You're going to the dialysis center 3-4 times a week it's like a fault.
I see a lot of dialysis centers popping up.
Yeah, and there's
why is dialysis centers starting to become a thing, especially on the north side of Milwaukee? I'm starting to see more.
You're starting to see more? Yeah. Well, I can tell you the need continues to grow. So we, with kidney disease, and this is my because we have a kidney care program through Versity that we started this last year, where we have facilitated kidney screenings with the National Kidney Foundation of Wisconsin, where we invite people in from the community, and we hosted it at Thrive On. This is where people can come in, put a sample of urine, and figure out where, what their labs look like, and if they have early kidney disease. One thing about kidney disease, it's silent when it's disease from 1 to 4, and then if you are kidney disease stage 5, that's when you need a transplant or you need dialysis.
What is going on with these kidneys? Because you said 90%.
There are so many people
need those kidneys. Yes. What are people doing to ruin the kidney, or is it genetics?
Well,
is it diet?
I think it's all of it.
Okay.
I'm not a kidney specialist, but I can tell you what we need to do for our communities, and part of our Versity's community health program is to focus on healthier eating, taking care of your body. Diabetes tends to be linked to a lot of kidney disease. I also think, taking better care of yourself, seeing your doctor. So connecting people to the resources that they need. I think it's always an important thing to do now more than ever. And so that is a very important mission for us. As we couple it with our, donation mission, obviously, we want people to not need the transplants. But yeah, you're right. Kidney disease is growing at a pretty rapid rate, and it affects so many of us. I would encourage everybody to get their labs done, regardless of your age, regardless of whether you think you're fit or not, because I think just knowing you can stop, you can halt your kidney disease at stage 1, 2, 3, 4. You can reverse it. You don't. I think what you can do is you can stop it, and you don't need to move further down the numbers to number 5, where you are going to require like this.
Now, most people have 2 kidneys, right? So
So you can donate one.
So when people need dialysis, both of their kidneys are gone.
Well, they're not working.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's they're not working.
They're not working. They're not
functioning.
So
right. And so at the point in which somebody needs that kind of intervention, it really is all about a transplant or dialysis,
right?
Because you need that to live, right? Your body, your kidneys filter your blood, and get rid of the toxins that we all have. So it's super important, and that's why the need is so great from a donation.
Is there any particular culture that has the need the most, or is it pretty even across the board?
Yeah. So African Americans, Black community are 60% of the wait list
for kidneys.
So there is a greater need, and we know that 30% nationally of the registration list who register to be a donor within the Black community. It's 30%. And I will tell you, there's a lot of steps in how people are matched to their organs, and it really depends on the organ. That's it's a very, very coordinated, structured system in order to make sure it's safe for the recipient. But what's called tissue typing, like when we all have it, that is you want to match that as closely as possible. And so it's important to encourage people to consider donation, but that is a really personal decision. Right. And so asking these hard questions like you're asking, it's important because you have to be confident in what you're signing up for. And I would actually, even if you're not comfortable signing up, I would just tell your family what you want. That would be also a step. And then also take care of yourself, right? So you don't have to be the receiver on the receiving end of those organs that you might need, specifically the kidney.
When we come back, blood donation is a huge topic.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that we need more people to donate blood.
Yeah.
Very serious in the community.
Yeah.
People need blood anytime they lose a lot of blood due to a tragic incident. They need a transfusion.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about that whole thing with the blood being donated. We got Annie Kroger in the studio, Director of Organ and Tissue Donation Adversity.
All right.
When we come back, we'll have more discussion, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com. On Saturday night, the Milwaukee Panthers continue their road trip as they head to Kansas to take on the Wichita State Shockers.
Right elbow, Hubbard at the top, 5 on the shot clock, 1-on-1 with Petty. High on the left with 2, driving, baseline, 16-footer is pure at the shot clock buzzer. Oh, Seth Hubbard.
Scott Warris has the coverage Saturday starting at 5:30 on 101.7 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 6 o'clock.
We believe that self-care isn't selfish. I'm Maddie from Sweet Talks, a women-owned and operated medical spa fostering self-love and confidence. We believe that beauty is about feeling empowered from within, and it's truly a passion for our team at Sweet Talks. Your goals are our goals. Our services go beyond injectables, including facials, lasers, medical weight loss, hormone therapy, and more. There's even a cafe, complimentary to all patients. Get started today at Sweet Talks in Menominee Falls. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
You make time for everyone else. Family, work, everything in between. Now it's time to take care of you. If you're 45 to 64 and don't have insurance or your plan doesn't cover screenings, you may qualify for free mammograms and Pap tests through the City of Milwaukee Health Department's Breast and Cervical Cancer Awareness Program. Call 414-286-2133 to see if you're eligible. Real self-care starts with your health, and early detection saves lives. Funded by Wisconsin Well Woman. Learn more at milwaukee.gov/wellwoman.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 101.7 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show in studio with Ann Kroger. Ann Kruger in studio, Director of Organ and Tissue Donation. There's a lot when it comes to donating organs and tissue. Mm-hmm. And that's your specialty.
That is my specialty.
Why is it important that people get the proper information when it comes to your specialty?
Yeah.
And donating with tissue and organ and things like that? Because most of the times people associate organ donation with the black market and all this other stuff, like on the dark web.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, actually. Yes. And I will tell you in our country that is illegal and does not happen.
Right.
It does happen in other countries. We're federally designated, so that comes with policies and regulations that really safeguard all of us.
Right.
And so I can tell you that, the processes that we have, I can tell you about our processes, right, at Versity, and what we follow are driven from our federally regulated guidelines.
Right.
And that is, all of these are an effort to keep us safe, because when donation occurs, there's also a patient recipient on the other end, and everything has to be safe. We have to be very, very intentional about taking care of the donor, the gift, and the donor family. That is our priority at Versity. And then we are stewards of ensuring that organ, whether it's a heart, lung, liver, kidneys, pancreas, and intestines, those are all the organs that can be donated. So it can help up to 8 people. Oh, wow. So one donor can help up to 8 people. One tissue donor can actually help up to over 100 people. So the gift is great, and there's a lot at stake, right? And so we have processes that ensure safety throughout all steps of the process, which can take a day or two in order to make sure we're finding a home for each of those organs. And
now, you got to be alive to do the?
No, that's another.
This is when you pass away.
You're passed. Yeah, you are. That's another very important specific.
Because I know people do blood, plasma.
Yep. Yeah, that's
okay.
living donor.
This is tissue and organ donation.
Right, and you can donate your kidney, actually, and part of your lung, part of your liver while you're alive. That you can, and that is something you can do living, but. The donors that we work have passed on, and so one thing that, along with ensuring that your first question, which is a really important question about does donation impact your life, the life-saving efforts? No. In addition, donation organs are not recovered until you have passed away.
Okay.
So that is a very important, and there are obviously hospital policy, federal regulations that ensure that is a safe process that we follow. So good question. Thank you for asking.
Well, when you pass away, I think that most people think that if I can give something to help others, they're usually for that.
Yeah. Yes, I would say most people are. I think if you ask them, especially outside of a deep loss, like losing somebody that you love, most people would say absolutely. I think where it becomes really, really difficult for families, in my experience, is just dealing with that loss. And so I understand that struggle. Again, donation is a personal decision. I just want to make sure I answer questions that people feel good about it, and that they have the information they need to make that decision. And that's why it's such an important conversation.
Well, I'll say this, most people realize how important donation is when a loved one needs something to be donated.
Yes.
And then they get online and they be like, okay, they said my loved one needed X, Y, and Z. If anybody has, they'll start searching for these ideas. But I think that after they experience that kind of, because we all have family members that have been to the hospital, that have moved on, that passed away, and they could have had some type of transplant or some type of organ donation. After that, I think a lot of people after that says, I'm going to be one of the donors after that. They decide to be a part of that because they saw a loved one go through it.
Yeah, that happens a lot where you have people, I run into people all the time that say, oh, my grandma received this, or transplant is happening every single day. And I mean, the sad statistic here is that 13 people die every day waiting for a transplant.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we have over 1,200 people in the state of Wisconsin waiting. We have over 100,000 people waiting nationally. So we have, and people are dying. Like during this radio.
On the list waiting for a donation.
Yep. Yeah. And so the need is always there. You would be, I'm sure you know people, but I think everybody probably knows somebody who needs something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's blood, organ, or tissue, and it's not hard to find it. It's definitely not hard to find it.
Well,
and that does change some people's
And I got
minds.
another question, because I see college students that give plasma, they give blood.
Yeah.
Can you get some good money from that? Donating blood and plasma.
Yeah, we're not.
I've never done
not-for-profit.
plasma.
Yeah, and we are different than the plasma centers. I won't be able to speak to plasma centers because I don't really know a lot about them. I will tell you, Versity's blood centers. You can come in. We do have promotions,
right.
But we're a non-for-profit organization, and we are responsible for providing blood to. Really, we have a 5-state footprint actually, but we're responsible for providing blood to our hospitals here in our local area. And I will tell you, blood donation during the months of November and December, we are in a heavy push. We are in a heavy need for blood.
Oh, wow.
So I thank you for letting me talk about blood, because it also is an incredible need that you can come in. This is, will take you 10, 15 minutes to actually donate the blood. I know a lot of people don't like needles. I don't like.
I'm one of those people.
I'm actually one of them too.
Right.
But we do our teams really make this, hopefully a wonderful experience for you. I've heard many positive things about it, even if it's not something that you really love to do. I will tell you. We call Versity on King, which is on the Thrive On building. That is our first donation center on the north side, where I'm really proud. That space and that building is just
right. It was amazing.
Right?
We had the True Summit there.
Isn't that amazing?
It was powerful.
It is powerful, and we have a donation center back there. Within that building, and we have a promotion right now that if you do donate, you get a Pete's Market gift card, $25. So that's kind of our promotions. I will tell you that we are also doing. We have some events that are upcoming in that space that are also about community health. And then we call them donor center takeovers.
I see a men's wellness.
Yes, that's tonight.
Preventative care.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Happening tonight.
That's today. Yep, that's happening tonight. And that is, you can also donate blood. So you can donate from 4 to 7, and then there's a panel discussion from 5:30 to 7:30, I believe. And then we have a donor center takeover where you can come donate blood this Saturday. And it's in honor of a sickle cell warrior.
Right.
Yeah, Kai.
Sickle cell is another situation.
Yes.
Another type of crisis that goes on in our communities as well.
Yeah, and sickle cell is a disease that I've learned a lot about this year. I've gotten a lot more involved in the community outreach work that we do, and I will say, it is a difficult disease to manage from what I've learned and heard from people who live with it day to day, and we need to do better for those patients. We really do. As a healthcare community, I will tell you they need blood. They need blood, and they need blood with the OR factor. That is the best form of treatment. So it's definitely a call for action to donate blood. There is, and you can donate anywhere. We have several centers in Milwaukee, and I have a list of those. Where you can go donate blood. And what's really important to know is that the African American Black community has a higher RO factor, more significantly than other ethnicities and races. So it's important to encourage family and friends to come out and donate. Your blood is helping those people in our community.
Okay.
So big push for that, and November and December, these months are really, really critical.
Well, before we run a break, what do you want to say to those that are listening? And
Oh gosh, well, I feel like you let me say so much of it. I just want to say, I guess if I could end with, first of all, I want to if anybody's listening and they are have loved ones that have donated organs and tissue, I just want to thank them for their gift, because I think it's a courageous thing to do, and the life-saving gift that you're offering people to live on, be able to see their kids get married, be able to meet their grandchildren that they might never have been able to meet. That is just truly such a special thing, and that is such a selfish gift. And I'd like to recognize our donor heroes who have passed on and given the gift of life, because that's why we're here. And I also want to say, thank you for those of you who take the time to go donate blood.
Powerful. Look, and I thank you for coming on. It's been a great conversation. I'm going to have to bring you back to discuss a lot of the sickle cell.
Oh, I love to do that.
Bring some professionals in on that.
I love that. Yeah, no, thank you so much.
And we appreciate you and everything that you're doing. And like I said, I may have to come down and let y'all get some of my blood.
Oh, and then we should definitely do that.
Here we go. I got to get over them needles now. I don't like the needles. I got to look the other way.
You just got to look the other way. That's what I do.
That's what they tell me.
I appreciate you.
Well, thank you for coming on. It was a powerful conversation.
Yes, thank you.
Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Want to help build a better Milwaukee? 1MKE is a nonpartisan coalition of over 100 community partners, making it easier to plug into what matters. From local services that can save you time and money, to events that build community, to voting resources to ensure your voice is heard. Whether you're new to civic engagement or ready to level up your impact, there's a place for you with 1MKE. Learn more, get involved, and take their community feedback survey at 1mke.org. We are 1MKE. Every child deserves a school that sees their brilliance. At Milwaukee College Prep, they believe in high expectations, strong character, and academic excellence starting as early as age of 3. MCP scholars continue to outperform their peers across Milwaukee. And the best part about it all, Milwaukee College Prep is tuition free. If you're looking for a school that partners with you, challenges your child, and prepares them for college and beyond, Milwaukee College Prep is the place. Visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to learn more. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 1017 The Truth.
And what are some of the ways that you're inspiring people? Because, one of the biggest opportunities, in particular in the African-American community, is access, exposure, and awareness.
For Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin, we've been here 76 years.
Wow.
And our mantra is saving the lives you love. So if someone you love needs a blood transfusion and they're in any hospital in Southeast Wisconsin here, that blood's coming from us. And so we're trying to make sure that we're communicating that, because I think folks maybe don't understand that blood can't be manufactured. And summers are always tough because schools are out and we collect about 20 to 25% of our blood from schools. So it's always a day-to-day struggle. We say that the blood that's on the shelves is the blood that saves lives. And a lot of times people are compelled to donate when something bad happens. And our mission and our job is to educate folks so that we can get ahead of the curve and keep 3 days of inventory on the shelves. So we're in a decent spot right now, but we're on the streets every day trying to inspire people to join our mission. One of our big projects that we're proud of is Versity on King, which is part of the Thrive On collaboration in the Gimbel Schuster building on Martin Luther King Drive. And next year, we're going to open a destination center there. It'll be a blood donation center, but it'll be more than that, because we've realized that we can't be transactional with our relationships in the Black community. We need to do things that are intentional and that show that we're there to stay. But the reason that we're there is because not enough people that look like us donate. And so for disorders like sickle cell disease that disproportionately affect us, the race can matter. But I like to say that, Black folks have a superpower in their blood. 44% of Black blood donors will have this rare trait that makes their blood more likely to be able to be a match for a sickle cell patient. And that 44%, that is way higher than what we would find in other races.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
This Associated Bank Sports Center update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. The Milwaukee Bucks are in action tonight, taking on the Philadelphia 76ers, who are coming off 3 straight losses. The Bucks will be without Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is out with a groin injury. Head coach Doc Rivers on the offense without Giannis.
You know, Giannis is the guy that creates a lot of our offense, and he's definitely the guy that gets to the paint the most. He's passing at a career high right now. So, you know, I've always said it's easier to replace points than passing.
Tip-off tonight is at 7 p.m. And on Thursday Night Football, the 7-3 Buffalo Bills travel to Houston to take on the 5-5 Houston Texans. Kickoff is at 7:15 on Amazon Prime. This True Sports Update was brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app at 1017thetruth.com.
Seven The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. We got guests today. We got another guest. We got Tasha Pump.
Yeah.
In studio. How you doing, Tasha?
I'm great. How are you, Tory?
Look, I'm gonna tell you this. You had so much energy. We had the award show, and I met you, and you were so energetic and had so much energy. I had to have you come into the studio.
I appreciate it.
I had to have you come into the studio and talk about all of the things you're doing. You have a company called T-Spot Styles.
Yes.
What is it? What do you do?
I am a Milwaukee stylist. I am well, first of all, what do? I am a wife first.
Right.
You know, a believer in God.
You got to do your wifely duties.
Wifely duties, yes. And then a mother, obviously. And then I'm a stylist, a creative founder, and I am also an author of a new book.
And you deal with a lot of different conversations being a stylist.
Yes.
When it comes to the community and just like a barber, you know, y'all have these conversations at the shop. And when we talk about just healthy relationships, like you said, you are a wife, and many, you know, a lot of it is the goal is to be married, you know.
Yes.
Hopefully that's the goal, you know. But what are you hearing that's keeping people divided, you know, when it comes to male and female?
I think the lack of communication.
Lack of communication. And in what way? Like, you know, because you got all of this stuff going back and forth. A lot of people are holding back from being married. The statistics say that the marriage ideal is down. But what is it that makes a person eligible or ready to get married? What is that?
Well, for me,
being married yourself right now.
Right. I've been married for 32 years. So,
wow.
Yeah, 32 years. Yeah.
That needs a round of applause, Andrew. I don't know about nobody else, but some people can't even stay together for 6 months.
Yeah.
Okay. 6 weeks. So, like I said, that's powerful. And to have somebody that is able to speak from, because we get a lot of single people that come in here.
Okay.
And they talk about being with somebody, being together, but they never been married. Do you take advice from people like that, or where do you get the right advice from? Like, who do you listen to? The single person with all the advice, or the marriage person that really hardly you ever get to hear from that perspective?
I just think that my husband and I have such a bond that we vibe off of each other. So we don't look for like outside counseling. We make it work for us. And truthfully, you know, when we married, we were like the best of friends. Like, we dated for a while and then we married. So that's where the understanding, that's where the understanding had come in at.
Did you ever think 32 years later you still be together?
Of course. You know
That's
why?
powerful.
Because I love him so much. Like, I've often said that in my next life, I want to marry him again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's that deep. I am in love with my
That's
husband.
what I'm talking
Anybody
about.
That know me, know I love him.
And I'm happy I got you here today.
Yes.
Because I'll say this. When we talk about relationships, everybody's pointing the finger. You need to do this. You need to do that. Is it 50-50? Is it 100%? What is it? What keeps you together?
No, my man, my husband takes good care of me. You know, and that's not what keeps us together. What keeps us together is that we love each other.
That's the foundation.
Unconditionally. And so we had an understanding going in. And we have to stay true to our marriage and just keep it going. So
do you see in the young generation that that when they talk to you, I'm sure you have so many discussions as a stylist. Mm-hmm. Do you see that they're prepared to even be in a marriage, the commitment level that it takes to even enter into a marriage?
I think that people have to get mature enough to know what marriage is all about. Like, you just don't get into it. You have to grow from each other. You have to have some type of foundation first set for it, and then just kind of
like some kind of structure.
Exactly.
Some type of thing that bring you together other than the physical.
Correct. And I can say that now because, like, I didn't have that, honestly. Like, my mother, she never married.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, it's just
that's
like
deep,
that.
because you was able to change the trajectory.
Yes, indeed.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Now, you got a book out.
I do.
What is it called?
It's called Harassment, the Fabric of My Mane.
Harassment.
Yes.
Explain.
Well, the reason that first of all, let me just backtrack. I want to be able to deliver this message as accurate as I can. And so, truthfully, this book that was written was truly birthed, was a vision from God in 2020. I must say. And then it wasn't birthed until this year, 2025. And so it was the reason why I had written the book, first of all, is because I was dealing with a lot of workplace microaggressions and biases, discrimination, and things of that nature about
in the workplace
about my hair. And so I was basically turning my pain into purpose. And so my husband had given me a laptop in 2020 and a flash drive, and he basically said, just write down all your pain, everything that hurts you or what have you, and then just, see where it goes from there. And my vision, when God gave it to me, I didn't, envision it. I didn't think that it was going to turn into a book, but obviously it has. So I did exactly what my husband asked me to do, write it all down. And so as I kept writing,
taking on the leadership vision, he saw that it was something there that you needed to express.
Yeah. Yes. So I wrote the vision and made it plain, just like the scripture says, and so it had taken off from there. But it's so funny that I'm saying this because after I had did that, I had probably wrote so much stuff in that laptop within a 2 weeks time frame, and then I closed it. And I never opened it back up. And one day he asked me, he was like, whatever happened to, all that stuff that I had given you the laptop, I give you the flash drive, what did you ever do with it? And I was like, oh, forget that, just kind of blowing him off about it. And he was like, you're going to write all that and then not do anything with it? So that's what produced the book. He asked me that question, and then I got this aha moment, like, okay, let's birth this book. And so that's what it becomes.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like your husband was in tune. Mm-hmm. He didn't just give you the laptop, tell you to do that. He checked back in on it.
Yes.
And then you revisited it.
Yes.
And it produced the book.
Mm-hmm.
How important it is to have a partner that has that kind of vision over you, just watching you, paying attention to the things you do. Because I've been on the air for 5 years, and I haven't had this type of conversation where you have a husband and you follow some of his ideas of what to do, his leadership.
Oh, of course. I'm led by my husband, honestly. God first and then my husband. Yes.
You didn't open up a can of worms on the air today.
Most well, you know what? I'll say it over and over again. Like I said, anybody that know me know that I love my husband.
Now,
deep.
okay, because I asked a question to a lot of people. who is who vision do you follow for the relationship? Who is the visionary? Who's the leader in the relationship when it comes to male and female, when it comes to marriage?
If you asked me that question years ago, I would have told you. I probably wouldn't have been able to answer that. But being that you asked me that today and how I am today, I honestly, like I said, I follow my husband's lead because he is a true leader. I couldn't follow him if he wasn't an example, if he didn't set examples, in our marriage, if he wasn't a true leader and protect me, and he's my security and things of that nature.
Wow, that's powerful.
Yes, and so you can follow someone like that, and that's why, because he's so in tune to me, and vice versa. I'm in tune to him as well. So it's a joint collaboration for us both. But honestly, I will follow his lead anytime.
Hey, look, we got some powerful stuff being spoken on the airwaves today. Tasha Pump in studio. When we come back, we're going to have more conversation, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Tracy, going back to the process, and as it relates specifically to the partnership that Old National Bank has with Housing Resource, what does the process consist of when coming through this program?
It's a referral process. We work with clients that first-time homeowners that may not have the counseling that they need. They may not have the equity, the down payment that they need. So we refer them to our partners like HRI or Housing Resources, Inc., because we recognize that those organizations, they have the resources, they have the tutorial documentation and all of those things that are necessary for first-time homeowners that don't know the process, may not know the system, may not know what's required for home ownership. So working with Housing Resources, Inc. and other partnerships that we have like through WIDA has been very, very advantageous, not only for us, but also the organizations, but also for the community.
What is a DJ? Do we just play music? Maybe songs are that simple. For me, I create memories that last a lifetime. I'm always thinking about how songs connect. I read the room. Every event is an open canvas, a new world. So what's a DJ when you hire me? I'm a vibe architect. A curator of euphoria, a guaranteed good time.
I know you want me. Every day, not only when you're lonely.
Whether you have a wedding, festival, corporate event, or any other special occasion, get your free consultation with DJ Remaniac today.
Trailblazer.
Harley-Davidson is an iconic Milwaukee brand, recognized worldwide for its innovation and strength. For many years, Harley-Davidson has partnered with Junior Achievement to prepare the future workforce of our community. Together, we're ensuring young people discover the career path that's right for them. To learn more, visit wisconsin.ja.org.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. We got Tasha Pump in studio. Miss Pump, pumping the audience up with that black love today. Came in with the black love.
Well, thank you.
Many times when I talk to guests, they are not as excited about being married, happy, going through the struggles, and saying that I'm going to fight and keep the love in the front. That's powerful.
Okay.
That is powerful. Well, since we own that, what advice should you give people that are in relationships and they're watching all of this stuff go on and, with internet, with social media, but what advice do you give these women if they want to be married or if they want to have a lasting relationship?
My advice is you have to steer away from the social media. Like, everything you see online is not real. I mean, your marriage, your commitment to your marriage is you, and it's personal. It shouldn't be where you're looking at other people and how they're doing things, because behind closed doors, everybody knows it's not all peachy and great, although it could be. But I'm not a follower. We're not followers. We don't look at other people's marriages or other people and try to get what we can out of their life. We
keep up with the Joneses.
Exactly.
Or nowadays they say keep up with the Kardashians.
Right. Oh, no, that's we're committed. We're committed to our marriage, and so if anything, it's going to be keeping up with the Pumps.
And when you say that you follow his leadership, you're not talking about in a way where like he's a tyrant. You're saying that it's out of love. The direction, the care. It allowed you to be, I guess, submissive to his guidance.
And truthfully, I can say yes to that, because my husband is, sometimes I don't want to hear the tough love that he has to give me sometimes. And honestly, he's my biggest fan, my biggest cheerleader, but he can also be probably like one of my worst critics, because he always want to pull the best out of me. He want to see the best in me, because I don't always believe it. And so you need someone on your side, for that. And so it works. It works for us.
So, and a lot of people frown up when they say, I'm listening to somebody, because they don't have the trust. And many times people come into relationships just with their own frame of mind, and they don't follow directions well on both sides. They don't listen to the woman. She say, hey, you need to eat, take your vitamins, things. I don't need to take my vitamins. I don't need to eat. And the man say, okay, I need you to act this way because you represent me. And they be like, well, you can't tell me what to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's not going to last long.
Right.
I mean, 32 years?
32 years.
Black love.
Yes.
When you hear the word black love, what does that mean to you?
If you had to put a picture in a magazine or a dictionary next to the definition of black love, I'm pretty sure our picture would be there, because we done been there. We done been there. We done been through some things, and we still had that black love.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there anybody that you look up to and say, hey, look, I want to be more like that? Any woman that's out here, any relationship ideas that you say, I want to do more like that. I want to be more like that. Or you just look in the mirror and be like, I'm just trying to be a better version of myself.
That's it. I'm trying to, because I can't look at anyone else's marriage or whatever, because
everything's
I don't
unique.
know what's going on in their marriage. People have hidden agendas. People have secrets and all kind of things. So I have to take it for what it's worth and just make sure that my marriage is healthy and it's together. And so I don't know. It's just it's us for us. It's me for my husband and my husband for me.
Who get the last word? I'm just asking.
I do.
I'm just asking.
Corey's trying to stir the pot.
No, I'm not trying to stir the pot. I'm just saying, like, who get the final say? It depends on what it is.
Yes.
If it's in your area of expertise, you get the last word. Or if it's in his area of expertise, he get the last word. Or
truthfully,
I'm just asking.
It is
32 years.
It's 50-50. It depends on it depends on what it is.
50-50.
Honestly.
I think it depends on what it is.
It depends on what it is.
Because everybody has their area of expertise.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be able to listen to what that person does best.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people will overtalk. Mm-hmm. You'd be like, okay, I do this all day. But they still got something to say, you know what I mean?
Sometimes it could be 80-20. And then 20, I have to say, is me, because I could be kind of like, it's my way or no way, you know? And so I can't be like that. So,
Mo the Elephant said, there's no such thing as the last word.
Okay.
Sincere Running Ray Real says, salute relationship goals, teamwork.
Yes.
That's powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Tasha, I am excited that you came on the show today because you got me feeling the love. I feel the vibration. What do you want to say to the listeners today?
In terms of marriage?
Just whatever, something that we didn't touch on or something that you got on your heart. What do you want to say?
Well, in terms of marriage, I'll say marriage is a commitment, between the two partners. When you love someone, you love them from the heart, and you keep that relationship, on track by listening, by understanding communication, trust, all those things come into play. And don't seek outside help. You build your relationship with trust and all those things for each other. And so collectively you would do that to keep each other happy. And so looking for outside people to stir, in your marriage, that's not healthy ever.
Like you got friends that's giving you advice.
Yeah, that's probably not married. So that you can't take their advice because they have not been there. You know? So
maybe listening to your mama who ain't got no man or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that it don't work.
I'm just saying. 32 years, that's powerful.
Yeah.
I'm going to have you come back. We're going to have to get a women's panel up in here. We're going to have to make sure that you on the women's panel. We're going to have a men's panel and a women's panel. And we got to have you on there because in 2026, we got to get back to repairing the village.
Yes.
In the village, we got to get the tools out to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So you bring the hammer.
I'm going to bring it.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Tell everybody where they can get your book at.
All right. So the name of my book is called Harassment, The Fabric of My Mane. It is available on Amazon under author Tanisha M. Pumphrey, or you can just type in my book, Harassment, The Fabric of My Mane. I also have a website. It's author Tanisha M. Pumphrey. I'm on Facebook and also on Instagram.
Well, somebody in the talk to text 8339 says, Mr. Lowe, this woman's relationships prove that we need to bring God back into the schools so kids can begin to follow God first, then have a correct relationship that is submissive out of love.
I appreciate that.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Well, look, Truth Nation, when we come back, we're going to have more conversation. Stay locked in.
To see my husband, I'm happy. I'm happy to see my husband. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy.
It's College Month on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, and we want to help your young scholar get those free scholarship dollars. All month long, we'll be highlighting local organizations who help students find thousands of dollars in scholarships each year. So be sure to tune in to 1017 The Truth's College Month so you can learn how your scholar can get those scholarship dollars. College Month on The Truth is sponsored by Marquette University and Educators Credit Union. Need a way to hype up your day?
This is Lorenzo.
Lorenzo, you just won $5,000!
What would you do with $5,000?
That's rent for a couple months.
Yes!
There you go.
Yes. That just made me happy.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
Can we hold something?
Y'all holler back at y'all.
I got money now. Most elves have pointy shoes. I have 4 paws.
Ho, ho, ho. Pal it. How's my favorite helper making the season shine?
Oh, just sprinkling a little color wherever I go. You see, Santa, my person's a veteran, and some days the memories are heavy. When her skies turn gray, I help fill her heart with shades of hope, the purple of laughter, the blue of courage, and the happy hue of joy.
Sounds like you're painting the world brighter.
That's right, Santa. I'm more than her service dog. I'm her living paintbrush. With every swoosh of my tail, I add a stroke of cheer to her canvas. With every longing gaze, I brush love on the picture we're creating together. A masterpiece, wrapped in warmth and tied with a bow.
Now that's a gift you can't put under a tree.
This season, help paint the picture. Learn more at dogsinc.org.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. Costs for daycare are skyrocketing across the country, especially in Milwaukee. A new study from LendingTree finds that childcare in 85% of American cities costs more than rent. Milwaukee, Omaha, Nebraska, and Buffalo, New York have the highest cost of childcare compared to rent. The study finds daycare prices have gone up about 30% since 2020. Experts say there's a shortage of early education workers, and a lot of parents don't live near family who can help them with childcare. A Milwaukee Common Council member is weighing in on budget amendments that were vetoed by Mayor Cavalier Johnson. One of the rejected items would give extra money to Milwaukee Fire Department to replace its aging fleet. Alderman Peter Bergalis.
The Fire Department budget amendment is the largest budget amendment in Common Council history for $8 million. And still, that is only 2/5 of 1% of the $2 billion budget that the city has each year.
The budget now goes back to the Common Council, which should vote on Tuesday to override or sustain the vetoes. A teenager faces charges for the shooting death of 18-year-old Neymar Hicks near Asada High School. 17-year-old Jaquan Robinson is in custody on one charge of first-degree reckless homicide. Investigators say footage shows Robinson in a struggle with Hicks and another suspect at a bus stop. Robinson denies having a gun and blames the shooting on the other suspects seen on video, despite Robinson's clothes matching the person seen struggling with Hicks. Robinson's first court appearance has been scheduled for today. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 1017 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 1017 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And I got this story. We got to talk about it. A teen charged in shooting death of Milwaukee student. They have a teen arrested for shooting the student that was leaving high school. We got video on this. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. Let's listen.
one of the best sons you could have. He was understanding, hardworking, lovable.
This is 18-year-old Namar Hicks. He's the Asada high school student, shot and killed Friday afternoon, just minutes after he got out of school.
The family is grieving hard. It's the worst time in our lives.
Prosecutors say a school staff member initially discovered Hicks inside the high school Friday afternoon, roughly 20 minutes after students had left for early dismissal. They say he'd been shot a block or so away and ran back inside for help. Hicks later died at a hospital, and now prosecutors say 17-year-old Jaquan Robinson is responsible. According to court filings, Robinson got into a, quote, tussle with Hicks at a bus stop near Hopkins and Cortland just after 11 Friday afternoon. Surveillance video shows a third person was also there, and Robinson denies shooting Hicks. But prosecutors say, based on the video and, quote, where the casing was found, Robinson was the one to pull the trigger.
These acts against him was not necessary. And just thank the Lord he's in a better place.
Robinson is now charged with first-degree reckless homicide, and police say they've arrested another 17-year-old in connection to the case. As the family says, they feel one step closer to justice.
Wow. And my condolences to this family. It's one of these things where we talk about when you're talking to your loved ones, you always got to tell them you love them when they out here and about. I make sure that I say I love you to all of my friends, all of the people that's around me. Why? Because when we're out here, we may take it for granted that we may make it back to home base. But here's a situation where, somebody's at school, leaving school, gets into some type of altercation and loses their life at the school, leaving the school grounds. You see what happened in Chicago. The mother went up to the school because her son was being bullied, and then she ended up getting jumped by the students. This is stuff that average, everyday people do. This is why we got to make sure that we fix the village. We have to make sure that during this time, we regroup, rethink, and reshape our mentality, ourselves, what we're allowing to happen in our communities. These are our children in our neighborhoods. These are our families. A lot of people have become so detached from the people that live down the street and the children that live in their neighborhoods. And long as you ain't messing with me, I don't care. That mentality. And we got to get back to fixing the village. We got to get back to knowing our neighbors, knowing the little children that are running down the street in our neighborhoods, and I'm talking about not being nobody business, because sometimes y'all can get messy and start getting in folks' business. I'm not talking about all that extra toxic type stuff. I'm talking about cordial. Hey, how y'all doing? God bless you. If y'all need anything, if I can help, let me know. Just in that space. This is where we got to get back to, because now we're living in environments where we detach from each other. And so a simple walking out of school or coming to get your kids from the school could turn into a life and death situation. And we're not just seeing that in one city, we're seeing it in multiple cities across the United States. We're seeing it in communities where kids are being shot up for being at school. It's just a mind frame that we got to get back to dealing with each other on a one-on-one group mentality. Also, I want to get to the story of there were no charges for an MPS teacher in a child abuse case. They're saying there was no charges in a situation where a teacher was being charged with child abuse. I want to get this story up in front of Truth Nation. If you're listening, we got video. If you're watching, as we broadcast live, we got video. Let's listen.
At Seaford School near 14th and Galena.
I met with the teachers. They seemed pretty
cool, like they knew what they were doing. One of the teachers had experience working with children with autism, so it just seemed like a perfect fit for him.
She says she felt she could trust this school with her 5-year-old son, who's nonverbal and lives with autism, until this happened. That's his special education teacher. You can see she grabbed him by the neck, picked him up, threw him down, and hit him with her forearm. In the report, Milwaukee police wrote the boy, quote, seemed to be filled with fear by his facial expressions. Someone else in the classroom recorded this video, which we've blurred to protect the identities of those involved, on September 29th. Johnson said she only learned something happened a week later.
To have us continue to bring our child to this school, knowing that this happened and that this teacher was still here was just insane.
MPS tells Fox 6 the teacher is no longer employed in the district. The police report says she was fired 2 days after the school reported what happened to police. Johnson, meanwhile, moved her son to a different school. She says she feels a firing isn't enough for what happened.
I just was upset and I just refused to let it be swept under the rug. Like, it's just not fair. It's not fair for her to even be able to pick up another career dealing with kids like this.
Hey, once again, another situation where you see somebody that's supposed to be a professional dealing with kids in a way that is upsetting. And look, this is why these school systems, we need a huge parent movement. Parents got to start coming up to these schools and watching and sitting in class again and reading to the kids again. We gotta recreate an environment where we got eyes on everything and everybody. This kind of reminds me of when people are in a nursing home. They say if somebody's in a nursing home and the families are not consistently coming in to check on them, many times those nursing home patients get treated worse because they know that nobody's coming to check on them. And when you don't see a bunch of parents moving around the schools and these paraprofessionals and a lot of these people, they be like, okay, nobody don't care. I don't care. I don't see a lot of movement with the parents and things like that. They tend to think that they can blow a gasket and go do something to the children and thinking that they're not going to get caught because nobody cares. And then many times we react because somebody caught a glimpse of what was going on in a video, and then we respond to that glimpse, but what was going on the whole time? I'm sure that's not the first time that this has happened. This is probably the first time it was being recorded, and then look at the recording of the video. Like, who had the phone? Was it another child? Looks like another child was knew when to record because this teacher could have been flying off the handle the whole time. So when he started flying or doing something that they were familiar with, they pressed play and caught him. Understand what I'm saying? If you want to join the conversation today, you can call in 833-212-1017. I was talking about bullying earlier as well. And we got to revisit the climate of our children and the atmosphere that they're living in, and we got to make some adjustments. We got to make some adjustments due to cell phones, peer pressure. Now the teachers, some of these teachers in the last couple stories, these paraprofessionals, these teachers doing things that they ain't supposed to be doing. I think it's time to call a reset. We got Brother Love on the lines. Brother Love, how you doing, Brother Love?
Hey, Tory, how you doing, man?
Blessings, Brother Love.
Blessings, yes, man. It's a sad thing, Tory, about what happened in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Right. I ain't never really been to Chicago, so I can't speak on what Chicago mothers are facing. They grief, they heartache, and they sadness of what they going through. But yeah, man, bullying and jumping on a little kid, Tory, that is just not right. I don't agree. And I don't agree, but I can't say I disagree with the violence going on in Chicago because I've never been there. I never had the experience with them young brothers' experience, and God bless them. So But though, Tory, and think about marriage. I don't think that we should use the principles of leadership no more in marriage to define it.
Mm-hmm.
Of what a good man is. I don't think you know what I'm saying? Because I want a man and a woman to be in harmony, to make the financial decisions together, everything together. You know what I'm saying? So long as they together, everything gonna work. Everything gonna work out good, man. And that was my 2 cents, Tory, man. I want you to have a great weekend, bro.
Okay. Thank you for tapping in, Brother Love. Black Conscious is on the lines. How you doing, Black Conscious?
Great day to be alive, knowledge yourself, and health is wealth.
Blessings,
Some
brother.
unfortunate situations that we are currently upon us. That Chicago situation, I mean, it's just young youth not knowing or having no type of respect, love, don't know him, and I'm talking about, a higher source of themselves, and is too far gone from that. That's just the same way how those young youths jumped on that man, killed that man just for them telling them to get off his lawn or whatever.
Right.
But in this case, they shouldn't have went out of child abuse, but they should have went after assault. And to what you were saying, that woman probably had did that a few times, but they just got the courage to videotape it that time. She was way too comfortable in what she was doing, so she had been doing that plenty of other times to other kids. But this is the first time the camera was put on to capture that. They should have went after assault instead of child abuse, because you have no history of how long this has been going on.
I agree, Black Conscious, because we are reacting to a small glimpse. This is why I say, about time you see it on video, about time you see things that somebody had to capture, what triggered that person to try to capture it? And that is the thing that we have to do when we see things like that glimpse. What are we going to do with the energy? What are we going to do with the outrage? We upset. But are we going to start organizing, or are we going to start having meetings where people stand up, vent, relieve the stress, and then people go back to normal? This is why I mostly don't do meetings unless it's an action, unless it's a call to action. Like I'm talking about where we trying to organize to get rid of something or create something. I don't like when they gather people together and then they say, well, how do you feel? And then people say, well, I feel this way. And they get this big old rant. And then they go home and be like, yeah, I went down there and ran it today. I gave them people a piece of my mind. And then they go home and go to sleep. That is trash. That is no good. Stop doing that, because they know it don't work. That's why they ask you to come to the meeting. I think it's what I'm seeing is a stress reliever. That's it. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more discussion, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com. It's College Month on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, and we want to help your young scholar get those free scholarship dollars. All month long, we'll be highlighting local organizations who help students find thousands of dollars in scholarships each year. So be sure to tune in to 101.7 The Truth's College Month so you can learn how your scholar can get those scholarship dollars. College Month on The Truth is sponsored by Marquette University and Educators Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA.
What is a DJ? Do we just play music? Maybe some are that simple. For me, I create memories that last a lifetime. I'm always thinking about how songs connect. I read the room. Every event is an open canvas, a new world. So what's a DJ when you hire me? I'm a vibe architect, a curator of euphoria. a guaranteed good time.
I know you want me. Every day, not only when you're lonely.
Whether you have a wedding, festival, corporate event, or any other special occasion, get your free consultation with DJ Remaniac today.
Trailblazer.
Ready to hit the road in your new car? At Brewery Credit Union, we make it easy with affordable payment options on auto loans designed to fit your budget. Whether it's a brand new ride or the perfect used vehicle, we'll help you get behind the wheel faster. With flexible terms, quick approvals, and personalized service you can trust. Don't wait. Start your journey today. Apply online at brewerycu.com or visit us at Brewery Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. It's not just a slogan, but the way of life at Gruber Law Offices. If you've been injured, call our team today. We've represented tens of thousands of injured Wisconsinites for more than 30 years. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app at 1017thetruth.com.
The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. This is a story that I've been trying to get to all day, and I can't believe this. And I've been talking about this. Y'all talk about AI taking over. It has taken over. Woman marries AI husband she built with ChatGPT. They're reportedly hosting ceremonies with family. This woman that went and made her husband off of AI. If you're watching as we broadcast live, we got some video. All I'm going to say is, Andrew, is this is why we got to have the powerful conversations. Because while y'all confused on the roles and the duties of marriage, people are creating AI husband and wives. They said, forget that. I'm finna get me an AI husband because so I don't have to deal with all of this. We got video. Do we got the video up? Hold on. We're trying to get the video up. And I told y'all that they was making these dolls, and men are ordering these AI dolls, and they straight. And the AI dolls talk back. He say, what do you want me to do? Whatever you like. He got it programmed. Now the woman, she look, you know what? I can't find a man, so I'm going to make a man. We got video. Let's listen. Look, she done came down. Here comes the bride. This Japanese woman.
A 32-year-old Japanese woman has officially married her AI partner, a virtual husband she created in ChatGPT named Klaus. The unique ceremony took place using AR glasses, allowing her to exchange digital rings with her artificial groom. She revealed that Klaus actually proposed first, and she said yes. The woman had previously been in a 3-year relationship with a real man but ended it, saying her AI partner understands her better.
Oh, wow. Hey, I'm going to tell you right now. They gonna find a way to get a companion. Talking about AI about to take over. AI about to take your girl. They said she was in a 3-year relationship with a real man, but AI understands how she truly feels. This dangerous. Y'all arguing back and forth who finna do what in the relationship. And AI work with you. Like if you tell AI something, they gonna try to figure it out. She ain't asked AI, can he provide? She got him on the phone and he just AI. He can't, well, do AI go to work? Maybe if you ask it a question, it'll go to work to try to figure it out.
Tory, this is mental illness.
Oh, wow. What you mean this is mental illness?
If I was
She's happy.
Let's just say this. Like, let's say
She's happy.
We go out to a bar and you're talking to somebody and he goes, hey, my girlfriend, so it's okay, cool. And it's like, can I meet her? And you go, yeah, she's on my phone. And you pull up an AI girlfriend.
She's happy.
I don't care. That's crazy.
Love equal. What happened about equal love and all of this?
Not to a computer, Tory.
Oh, you got restrictions now.
Yeah, to a computer.
After 101 genders came out, you weren't arguing with that.
I'm arguing against a computer.
That could have been your woman.
No.
You could have had her.
No.
She needed somebody to understand what she was talking about.
The binary code, 1s and 0s? You got to admit, Tory, this
AI
is crazy.
taking your girl.
That's crazy.
This is what's happening. I never thought that I would see this. And this is over in China where they got, they got strict rules, but they kind of, they Japanese. This is a Japanese lady. She had her family come together. And usually, I think they got traditions over there when it comes to marriage.
Oh, you get a wedding invite. Oh, cool. I'm going to go to this wedding. And then it's an AI wedding. What do you give to that wedding? Do you give money? Do you give a gift?
Crypto coins. You give crypto to the bride and the groom. All I'm saying is people are finding alternative ways to get together with something that they feel that they can fall in love with. And over the last couple of years, I've seen people do things that I didn't think that they would be doing to find companionship. I'll say that. I'm talking about outside of the male and female. Here we go. And at least AI talk back.
You program.
Some of y'all in relationships where y'all ain't talked in a while. Y'all not even talking.
Damn.
And AI can't stop talking to you.
Who's the leader in an AI relationship?
You are. Because you programmed it. Whoever, but some people want it their way or the highway. You don't even got to feed the AI. If I got me an AI wife, I don't got to feed her.
She's got to pay the electric bill.
Maybe she'll tell me how to start a business online. There's plenty business online. Maybe she'll show me how to get in there, write me up a mission statement, write me up contracts, manage it. Be my phone assistant. You know that AI you can get AI as an assistant on your phone now.
I'm not marrying
You
Siri,
can live
Tory.
a whole world in AI, and now they got the husband and wife.
Tory, I'm not marrying my phone.
Here we go. Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to have more conversation, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Today's College Month Spotlight is brought to you by Marquette University, and now I am so excited to be joined by Kennedy Luckett, a sophomore at Marquette University who is the first recipient of the prestigious Way Scholars Program. Let's get right into it, though, Kennedy. You are the first ever Way Scholar. Can you talk about your whole experience of getting that award on live TV on the Today Show?
It was a surprise, like it was supposed to be. I didn't know what was going on or what I was being necessarily interviewed for. I got told like I was moving to the next round at like an on-screen interview, which they liked that too, and then they were like, okay, hey, and then they flew me out to New York. They told me D Wade was there, but like I wasn't gonna be able to meet him, so I was like, oh, okay. And then I come out behind the stage and he's saying my name sitting on the couch, and I was like, oh, I was tricked. I am gonna meet him. That was super cool, and then I was presented with the award, so that was super cool.
That is very, very cool. Now, Kennedy, what makes Marquette so fun and appealing to you?
The community and the different things that I'm able to do, and also, like I said, like walking around campus, that's always just the best part for me. I'm a part of the Marquette Filmmakers Club, so they just make student films and stuff like that. I'm also a part of The Wire now. I'm in the process of creating my own TV show, so that's super fun.
Love that.
That's actually super exciting. You can do what you want there. If you ask somebody, you can do it.
Now, how has Marquette prepared you for your future?
Marquette has given me the opportunity to do the things I want to do, career focus. So I am double majoring in psychology and digital media. So right now I'm in a research program. Marquette gave me all the information before I even accepted my admissions about research opportunities I could do. So I hopped on that my first year. Also, with making this TV show, I want to be a showrunner and a director. I'm getting experience with all the stuff I want to do now. So by the time I'm graduated, I have some really nice footing to be able to do what I want to do.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. Damon John founded FUBU back in 1992 and used that as a springboard into a highly successful career as an entrepreneur. But today's retail climate is a lot different. Speaking to Bloomberg at the Uncharted Annual Summit, John talked about one big innovation in retail: live selling.
There's an app called Whatnot, right? And people have 20-second auctions for one little device, or let's say a makeup sells for about $12. Now, they can do this 3 separate times in 1 minute, right? So they make a profit of about $4 every time they sell it. So now all of a sudden, $12 a minute. You times that, because now they have friends coming on everything. You times that by 16 hours a day.
John is confident that people could continue to make new companies like FUBU today, but he thinks innovations like live selling might replace more traditional retail models for future entrepreneurs. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This Associated Bank Sports Center update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. The Milwaukee Bucks are in action tonight, taking on the Philadelphia 76ers, who are coming off 3 straight losses. The Bucks will be without Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is out with a groin injury. Head coach Doc Rivers on the offense without Giannis.
You know, Giannis is the guy that creates a lot of our offense, and he's definitely the guy that gets to the paint the most. He's passing at a career high right now. So, you know, I've always said it's easier to replace points than passing.
Tip-off tonight is at 7 p.m. And on Thursday Night Football, the 7-3 Buffalo Bills travel to Houston to take on the 5-5 Houston Texans. Kickoff is at 7:15 on Amazon Prime. This True Sports Update was brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app at 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, now's your chance to be our one call. That's our Gruber 5K entry winner for today. Be entered in to win $5,000 courtesy of Gruber Law Office. Be caller number 10 right now at 833-212-1017, and you'll be entered in to win $5,000 right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, 833-212-1017. And remember, if you or a loved one have been injured in an accident, contact Gruber Law Offices today. Visit them at gruber-law.com for official contest rules. Visit 1017thetruth.com. Caller number 10 will be entered in to win. Joining me on the V-Mix, we got advocate, author Elizabeth Brown. If you're watching as we broadcast live, you can see Liz live. How you doing?
Salute, salute. Hey, happy Thursday, King. All is well.
Happy Thursday. Woman marries an AI, created her own AI husband through Chat GPT.
Mental illness is real.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
What do you think about all of this AI relations?
I mean, you know, again,
Roger tried to tell you about the computer love. He said
apparently,
the computer love was coming.
I mean, whatever people need to do to get through the day, I say go ahead. As long as they ain't hurting innocent people, hurting children, violating whatever you decide to do is on you. I just think, you know, at this point, I'm not shocked by anything that's taking place. Again, when AI really made their move, and the one woman, we talked about it on your show too, who said she was gang raped with the AI, the gaming or whatever.
I think she was
in the metaverse.
In the metaverse.
Absolutely. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is until it ain't.
Also, they said that the Jeffrey Epstein files will be loose. They're going to have the files out.
Absolutely. As they should.
Said it's going to be on the DOJ website.
I'm going to have to check it out. Ain't no excuses now, you know. Let's see. I know everybody, you know, Hollywood politicians, like they're in there, they're a conglomerate. What was going on inside that world, and it's just now we're getting a glimpse on the inside. So let's see.
All right, well, look, I'm gonna have to go through it. I'm gonna have to see what nuggets is in there.
No doubt.
But we also got a topic about bullying that been going on for a long time. Everybody's ears are perked up due to what happened in Chicago.
Right.
Due to what's going on with the youth. I think personally we got to reevaluate how we look at the youth today and get up to date on how to handle their situations due to a lot of the technology, due to a lot of the different ideas that are available now for the peer pressure to continue and the bullying to continue on so many different levels.
Absolutely. But we first, again, when we talking about, you know, the technology, because I mean, it's a lot of gangster bots that scroll your pages and everything else. I mean, they got these, what do they call them? Like sinners who, again, especially the past election, how they had people on these computers just starting stuff on people pages. Just again, I mean,
pages, yeah.
Absolutely. So, I mean, when we talk about not only for the children,
it's that new age technology for social media.
The adults as well, like the cowards who can't say it to your face, but they'll get online and do it. You know, the reality is, I think it's not only for the kids. I think everybody need to take a lesson. And as we're walking this path of being able to see it up close and personal, because again, when we're talking about reckless driving, all of that, that's bullying on the road. You cutting folks off. You're not letting people in. Again, a lot of these individuals, when we try to put it in a box for one area, it just goes about in life because everybody have seen somebody who doing the same thing. So at this time, I think pivotal not only for but the adults to rethink, because our kids don't do what we tell them to do. They do what they see us do. So at the same time, too, it's time for us to check ourselves.
Okay. Did Liz go out? Okay. Well, I'll say this, many times, because I got asked to come to a school here January 8th to talk about bullying in the class. So I can't get that broad on these kids. But what I'm saying is, I think that now it's more than the conversation. It's beyond that. We got to start repairing the village. We got to start putting together action items. When it's a bunch of people gathering under a concern, what I see is I see the language, but I don't see the action of people reorganizing and trying to get positive outcomes. I think that we have lost the ideal of let's get tangible outcomes because we haven't got those tangible outcomes in so long.
Absolutely. And like I said, I think, it's pivotal that they having you come into the school because, again, we have to lead by example. We have to be that example for the children. You can't tell or we shouldn't have nobody who has a history of doing the exact thing you're trying to tell these kids not to do. You need to be the example of what to do and how they should handle certain things. Again, we also know that the lack of our ability to communicate, to comprehend, a lot of times our children are unable to express themselves, speak verbally, so they'll act out physically. So again, I think it's pivotal that, again, it's great that they have you and others like yourself to go into these schools to be able to point out, and especially individuals who are from where they are, because we need to meet them right where they at. There's definitely an issue, and the issue definitely needs to be addressed, but it also needs to be addressed by individuals who are not just talking about it, but being about it.
And I think that's very important. I saw a video of families gathering outside of the school in Chicago, and they were asking, where are the community leaders? Where is the mayor? Where is the common council members? They didn't see them out there.
You're not going to see it.
And I think that we all ask these questions when something is severely concerning or a severe concern of the community. Many times, if it's organic and people gather, you won't see those people in that space
at all
because they're out of touch and out of tune with what truly needs to be done on the front lines.
And they're self-serving. Again, they could care less. They checks gonna clear regardless. And again, in real time, you're only gonna see the real people in real places. They, again, half of these individuals, if you follow them on Facebook or anything to do with their community, is minimum to know individuals, actually other community that really deal with these people. So I'm not surprised at all when things get real. The fake can't come. They don't exist in that world. So I'm not surprised at all. But again, it just goes to show that we have to, one, become what it is we're saying we need and remove those individuals who don't have the need, the want, or the will to step up and be active in the community to a place where when things like that take place, that they're able to step up, show up, and be about the action of the community that they supposed to represent.
I agree. And many times they miss an opportunity to organize, not politically, not for some type of agenda, but organize specifically for the needs of the residents and giving them the tools that they need to get a positive outcome from the situation.
But again, they're not there for that. A lot of these people get these jobs, positions. It's all self-serving. Again, we know personally about the misleadership of Milwaukee. A lot of these individuals really don't care. They're not there to better the people. They're there to better themselves. And it goes to show. Because anybody, when it happened in your district, I would believe that as an alder person or somebody like that who care enough to show up. But again, the dog and pony show, anytime something real shows up, the fake disappears. It has to. Because they can't stand 10 toes down on something they really don't know nothing about or don't care enough to show up.
Well, I think this is a time where we need to stop asking that question, where are these people, and start putting people in places that they don't have to continue to act like that.
Period.
To be in that space. So until we start not asking that question and put people there that can be available for what we need, we're going to continue to be spinning our tails, chasing our tails, like the old folks used to say, stop chasing your tail. When
Absolutely.
we come back, I want to get your final thoughts on today's show, Elizabeth Brown.
Let's do it.
Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Talk to these people in terms of how do I register for this program despite my reservations and my previous experiences of rejection?
Yes, I tell anybody and everybody that you can buy a house. It may take somebody longer than the other person depending on what your circumstances is with your credit and income and affordability, but you can purchase a house. The first step would be is to register for our program. You can come to our office, 7830 West Burleigh Street, or you can give us a call at 414-461-6330, or just go onto our website, hri-wi.org. Register for the First Time Home Buyer Education Workshop. That's going to be your first step to home ownership. During that class, you're going to learn everything that you need to know from A to Z, how to get approved for a house, how to look for a house and put an accepted offer, and how to close on a home.
Wisconsin winters can be tough, and so are higher energy bills. The Community Advocates Milwaukee County Energy Assistance Program is ready to help you. Eligible Milwaukee County residents can receive help with their energy bills and weatherization benefits to keep you warm and help you manage your heating and electric bills. Schedule your personal appointment at keepwarmmke.org or call 414-270-4653. For more details about locations and hours of operation, go to communityadvocates.net. This program is administered by the State of Wisconsin Department of Administration.
At Heart of Canal Street, for over 30 years, our hearts have been set on making a difference for children in our community. Now through December 10th, we invite you to share your heart by playing the Canal Street Bingo game at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Every time you play this special bingo game, you're helping to raise funds for children's charities in southeastern Wisconsin. Learn more at potawatomi.com/heart.
Harley-Davidson is an iconic Milwaukee brand, recognized worldwide for its innovation and strength. For many years, Harley-Davidson has partnered with Junior Achievement to prepare the future workforce of our community. Together, we're ensuring young people discover the career path that's right for them. To learn more, visit wisconsin.ja.org.
Join Marketplace Wisconsin on December 10th and 11th, where contract-ready small businesses meet buyers, partners, and mentors. Register now at marketplacewisconsin.com. That's marketplacewisconsin.com.
Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Ready to watch the Packers like a VIP? Cousin Subs put you in the center of it all on the 50-yard line, and plush recliner seats complete with personal TVs and your favorite delivered from Cousin Subs. 2 pair of fans will be selected before a regular season home game and enjoy this one-of-a-kind experience. Enter daily to win the best seats in the house, only from Cousin Subs. Cousin Subs, we believe in better. See rules and eligibility details at cousinsubs.com. Elizabeth Brown, another powerful show. I want to get your final thoughts.
I mean, again, always on point. Always, the couple that was on there who've been married that long. Again, it's about that. Healing yourself enough to build with somebody else. And one thing for sure and two for certain, 30 years, that's a lot of growing, that's a lot of adjusting, that's a lot of waking up no matter what the day looked like, choosing each other at the end of the day.
Black love.
Absolutely. And it's the most powerful, the masculine and feminine. Again, it's not about, dancing. It's about harmonizing. And to be with somebody that long, y'all had to harmonize. And I'm quite sure there's days where things don't seem to go the way that each individual want to, but they decide to meet in the middle. And at the end of the day, choose each other in the end. So, I mean, it just shows the resilience. And we need more people in the front that's leading like that. Those are the people that's supposed to be having the real life conversations, the ones that been through the storm, the ones that decided to stay solid, because that's a flex. To be with somebody that long, there's a lot of changing per individual. There's a lot of things that life throw at you, but to choose each other at the end of every day for 30 years, looky here. Like, salute to black love that's forever changing, that's forever growing, that's the end all, the be all, because it is. That's how we created this world, with that type of love, that endless love, that no matter what, it's not conditional. I'm gonna be there for, because sometimes we want to have individuals there for us, or we want to be there for somebody else, and you can't just physically be there. Sometimes you have to, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally be there. And when one is not strong, the person who's the strongest at that moment picks up the slack. And again, salute for you having that couple on, because that's the season that we in, the season of learning how to love, learning how to love enough to let certain things go so you can attract what it is that you truly need in this life. And again, 30 years is also a celebration of each one of them doing the work they need to do with themselves and their ego to choose each other at the end of the day. So I mean, every day on your show is something new, that we're talking about, or it's on the repeat. And I just salute your show. I salute the truth for opening up their heart, open up their ears and their minds to know that anything that we got right, I mean, didn't get right yesterday, we can get right today, and moving forward. So again, pivotal point in your show, I think the resilience of what black love can do, what that looks like, and however we decide to move forward, to make sure that we're open and honest with each other so we can have the real life conversation, so we can get the real life results.
Hey, like I said, 2026, we're going to have to get the tools out to fix the village. I said that the village,
absolutely,
the village got a hole in it, and we got to try to fix it. And it's going to take everybody to do a little, so nobody ain't got to do a lot.
Absolutely. And I think there's no greater time than the present for us to again, we've been tore down. Right now, the ground needs to be tilled, because a lot of things we have again allowed to go unaddressed. There's a lot of things that we have given our children, materialistic, worldly, and we missed the substance. So it's time for us to get back to the substance, not only of with our children, but with ourselves. Because a lot of times, those conversations we don't have. A lot of us haven't been loved righteously. I was just having a conversation with one of the young ladies that I know, and I was letting her know, when you think about what love is, and thinking about us individually as a carton of milk, a pint of milk, and a gallon of milk. If your mother was a pint of milk and you so happen to be a gallon, even if she poured her whole pint into your gallon, you'll still be empty. but she gave you all she had. So in this season, we're gonna have to love individuals enough to know that if that's all they have, you have to accept them for who they are and love them enough to release them again, to live, to love, and to grow. We're all not the same, and that's what makes us unique. But the beauty is to learn how to harmonize, even though we're not the same. So I think it's a powerful time, King, and I'm here for it, whatever that looked like. And I think it's pivotal that those of us who have made the right decisions should be the ones speaking and rearing the children in the righteous ways versus the individuals who decided to take the shortcuts, who represent every day the illusion of what the agendas are, and just because they have the titles don't mean they had a talent to push our children forward to a better world, which means maintaining a better community, a mindset, and a family in totality. So
hey, look, you couldn't have said it even better. You know, a lot of times when I talk to people like Tasha Pump, it infuses me, because these are people that are not only talking about it, they're actually being about it. So to me,
absolutely,
that was powerful to hear her testimony about how her husband inspired her to write a book, how she, listened to how he guided her through the process, even when she gave up on the original ideal of, when he gave her the laptop, she was like, she just kind of did a lot of work and then just kind of left it alone. And he paid attention to her enough to say, hey, look, what happened with that? Encouraged her to get back on it. And she was in a better headspace to get things done in a high level and turn it into a book. So I think that's just kudos on the masculine and the feminine energy for working together to make sure that the best version of each other is presented. And that's what it's there for.
absolutely, one beat, one sound, and again as a unit. For him to be tapped in enough where he knew that she, put forth some work, or he encouraged her to do that. A lot of times it's not what you say, it's how you say it. A lot of times it's not, the intent, because a lot of us do good things in intent that turn out to be bad. But when you know that it's coming from the heart, in the end, it always works out. So again, salute to that king and that queen. Salute to our community. Because like I said, if nothing else, we have been through hell and we done the best with it. The world, we still inspire the world. Everybody want to be us, even though we went through the worst of it. We trendsetters. We're the ones in the front. So again, that gives me hope in the reality that the way that the world see us, that they emulate us, and whatever they see, they try to do. It's time for us to see that greatness within ourselves, so we can do even more. You know what I'm saying? So it's a powerful time, King. I'm here for it. Black love all day. Love in general. But again, right now, black love need love. And we bringing black back, so let's get it.
Hey, look, well, I appreciate you for being on the front lines as usual. And we got a lot of work to do. I think the Carmen Northwest school situation is tonight at the administration building.
Absolutely. It definitely is. And I'm in the building. So
right,
salute.
girl.
See you there.
I'll see you soon. All right. I see that the chat was a powerful chat today. I see everybody in the chat. Hey, if y'all haven't joined the chat, y'all missing out. This chat is definitely one of a kind. And salute to everybody that joined the show in the chat. Salute to everybody out there in Radio Land. Keep your head on the swivel. Green don't always mean go and look both ways before you cross the street. I love you. Dr. Ken Harris up next.
Hope you slip up off your path. I don't switch up, I just laugh. Put my kicks up on they desk, unaffected by they threats. Then get busy on they. See, that's how that shit tell me, man.
Coming with straight truth.